Last time on the Language of Magic, the Emerald Scale engaged in a small battle with corrupted animals feeding on colorful apples. After the fight, a nearby tree kinda came into view, and as the group approached it, the tree appeared different. Uh, they could make out a large opening at the bottom of the tree, a slightly smaller one above that, and in that higher opening, there emerged a huge worm with a distorted human face. The group conversed with this worm and learned that the blight that was affecting Parsnip's home forest appeared to coincide with problems faced in the Fey realm. The worm offered passage to his realm, and after giving the worm gifts, including one adventurer promising the gift of friendship, one by one, the emerald scale passed through a portal within the tree. The group found themselves in the Feywild, and another half the worm to speak with. He encouraged the group to follow the path leading towards what he referred to as the Silver Willow. While walking on this path, the landscape seemed to change around the group. At one point, you got boggled by a headless knight and unknowingly walked up the side of a cliff. Uh, And it is here that we'll pick it up as the group is traveling through the path of the Feywild. Actually, this isn't what I'm looking for. This is the scene. As you guys continue down this pathway, as I mentioned, the foliage nearby the trees, these giant mushrooms, they all seem to kind of move a little bit as you follow this path. It's predominantly straight, but winds here and there. Uh, Arcus has sent forth Trix, his raven, that is doing a good job of helping you judge your distance. So your traveling is a little simpler. You're not experiencing quite as much oddities in the distance that you travel. Uh, your telepathic communication, keeping 100 feet apart, and so forth, is aiding in that. Uh, but as you guys continue moving along, one point you look back and you notice that there's a small little cloud in the sky. Just one. Looks like it's a rain cloud. Don't see any rain coming from it. Seems to be following you, maybe. At some points, it looks like it's about 50 feet behind you and low over the ground. Other times, you look back and it's fairly off in the distance, but its presence is known. Uh, it's easily forgotten about, though. It doesn't seem to interfere with your travels. Same with the fact that the blades of the grass and the leaves on the trees oftentimes seem to kind of follow you just a little bit. Never present is the sun. The sun appears to be nearing twilight. It's as if it's perpetually sunset around you. And as before, you want to make sure you can maintain your traveling rhythm inside of the Feywild. The path does its best to try to lose you, so to speak. You'll be walking in what seems to be right along it, then find yourself starting to step off as it's almost like it's curved a little bit unexpectedly, or a tree seems to just blow in the wind just enough to reflect the light in such a way that it's kind of blocking your vision for the briefest of moments, or then suddenly flashes back and the sun, even at twilight, is bright in your eyes. And again, you might walk off of this path. So, again, I throw out the challenge to the group. Would anybody like to roll any kind of a skill check that will, in your opinion, help the party move through the Feywild and stay along this path?
I know we did, I think, stealth before. Is that right? And then we
Yes.
also did. What did Arcus do? I can't remember. I thought I wrote it down, but I don't see it in my notes.
Is is there anything Arcus does other than one skill?
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Um. hmm.
I've
Nobody
got,
has any. Oh, yeah, by all means.
um, I think I've got two that I would be interested in. Not really sure which one might be better or more useful, but I think the one that's probably going to be more interesting is trying to do. Let's see. Tango, has faith in Felicia. He's He kind of forgets it sometimes isn't the most spiritual or religious person. But I think as he's walking through the Feywild in this unique landscape, unfamiliar territory, he kind of questions and wonders, especially after meeting a god recently, um, how far their influence goes here. I think as we're traveling along, you might try and say a little prayer or try and reach out to Felicia. See what sort of revelry he might be able to find, walking this strange path. How much influence she would have here, or whoever else might answer. See what kind of guidance they can get from the divine.
All right. So are you looking to do like a knowledge religion?
Yes.
All right. By all means, for Falacia specifically, uh, as you're thinking about it, it definitely makes a lot of sense. You'd have heard that Felicia occasionally might actually visit mortals, and when she does, she usually appears in the form of a fairy. So if any might have a connection to this land, she would be the one. So the DC is a little lower. We'll cut it down by 2 in this case. It'll be a DC 13 knowledge religion check.
All right, that should be easy enough. I say as I jinx myself.
There it goes.
There you go.
Oh,
All right, excellent. So you reach out and utilizing that knowledge that you have of this goddess that you worship, her enjoyment, her revelry, you can't help but feel as if she's walked this path before herself, or probably fluttered along it at some point. And even though you don't specifically see an exact footstep or something of that nature, ever so often you kind of look forward and you see a little almost sprinkle in the air that represents something like pixie dust. And you're not sure if she left it there for you specifically, or maybe this place is just adapting to what your expectations of it would be and what your emotions are telling it to be. But you kind of steer towards those little lights. And every so often, when the path looks like it's going left and those lights are twinkling, maybe just slightly more to the right, you continue following those lights and you find that your foot falls on the path. A second ago, you could have sworn it was a little bit in another direction, but you follow your instincts and you keep moving. And you guys rack up another success as you are traveling along this path. Good one.
And
Uh,
oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, as you kind of follow this along, you look around you, and It seems now some of the mushrooms kind of bend in towards each other, and it's as if they're kind of whispering quickly to each other as you walk by. Imagine the scene from Alice in Wonderland, the cartoon where the flower beds and so forth are kind of speaking to each other. You can't help but get the sense that some of them are just like those old biddies doing some kind of gossip as you walk by. They don't bother you though. Uh, they, if anything, impressed that you're following the path. Go ahead, Simon.
I was going to say, if we need to do another check, I'd like to try to persuade the. Because I imagine, like, this is, like you said, Alice in Wonderland, where a lot of things are actually sentient. And, like, the environment itself is sentient, right? And so I'd like to try to persuade the path to help keep us on it, right? I don't know if that makes sense. But I'd like, maybe I could talk to the mushrooms or something to help guide us along this path so we don't get distracted.
Okay, all right. Um, the you got a little bit of a history with mushrooms. Obviously, you're low to the ground. It's easy to talk to the path. You kind of start to recognize that it has a mind of its own. The world, it has that sentience to it, and you reach out to try to talk to it. Uh, with with Arcus's familiar kind of leading that way, and the stuff, the DCs have been kind of lowered a little bit. So in this case, the DC will be a 15 persuasion check to kind of convince the path to help you out.
Thank God. Meets, right?
That's it. That's it.
Ooh, thank God. Yeah, so I'll just probably say like, hey, we're really enjoying our time with you. And we'd prefer not to get distracted from our goal. But if you wouldn't mind just kind of help keeping us on the straight and narrow path so we can continue on our way.
uh, you definitely you speak to the path and so forth, and the winding of it, it seems to kind of settle just a little bit between that, the lights following this familiar and so forth. The weaving, it still continues, but it's not as significant, and you find that it doesn't cut left when you know you should be cutting right and so forth. Uh, and you don't find yourself almost stepping off of it quite as much. It still happens a little bit. It's tough. You still have to kind of watch what you're doing, but you succeed. Uh, and after a little while, uh, you all you all notice sitting to the side of the road a large tree, kind of like an oak tree. Like many of the others, it's colorful. Uh, Simon, you'll definitely notice it because it's got colorful mushrooms kind of sprouted all over it. And the path, seems to almost be heading directly towards this tree, and then it does kind of cut, and it looks like it's just kind of swirling around it, giving it, a 10-foot space or so forth. And as you get close to this tree, you all notice it has a face, a more distinct face than what you might have possibly seen in flashes of their foliage and so forth. And this kind of warm, comforting face is just kind of sitting there, and eyes immediately lock on the group as they come walking up. And looks towards you and goes, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Uh, no. Oh, oh. Now, hold on a moment. Hold on. Uh, let me take a look at you, please. do you take a moment to let his eyes kind of fall over you as you are moving past it?
I mean, Simon will probably look towards Parsnip, see what Parsnip does. I think Simon's kind of assuming Parsnip is the expert in this whole situation, so he's just going to kind of defer to him in this situation. Sorry, buddy.
You know what they say about assuming.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm too far off.
I let him take a look.
You kind of slow down and let this tree look at you. And he starts to looking at the group. Oh, my. It's been a fair piece of time since I saw traveling folks from the material realm with 2 legs and moving parts. Real genuine travelers.
Yep.
Oh,
Fresh in from the, I don't know, what would you call it? The real world or the prime world or whatever?
Maybe the material plane?
Material plane, yeah. Mhm.
Sure, that sounds good.
oh, yes. Yes, I'm familiar with it. Oh, I'm sure you want to know how an old fellow like Vance Brambleton ends up along the side of such a wonderful little trail, yes?
I would love to know.
Oh, it's funny, really. Most folks go looking for the grand gates, or they want to strike a bargain with some creature that's got too many teeth and not enough honesty. But not me. Oh, no, sir. I was just walking. It was a Waters Day, I think, or maybe a Metals Day. It's hard to keep track of the days when they stop moving. And back home, I was out behind the old barn. I was looking for a bucket, a wooden one, with the iron band around the middle. One that always leaked a little on the left side if you filled it too high. Oh, and there was this old stone well. Now, everyone knew the well had been dry since my granddaddy was a lad. But I leaned over the stone lip just to see if maybe some rainwater had collected in the bottom, you see. I leaned a bit too far, and my boot slipped on a patch of damp moss. And down I went. Hoo-wee! I expected a nasty bump, maybe a broken shin. I closed my eyes tight and braced for the thud. But the thud never came. I just sort of floated like a feather drifting down into a cellar. I stood up and opened my eyes. And I wasn't at the bottom of a dark hole at all. I was lying in the middle of this beautiful purple grass. The air smelled different. It didn't smell like dust and old stones. It smelled like, well, wild honey and morning dew all mixed up together. Well, I dusted off my trousers. I had a fine pair of moleskin trousers back in the day, sturdy things. And I looked up. And that's when I saw it. You see him kind of glance up and look towards the sun over your all's shoulders. Oh, that sun. Back home, you see, the sun is always in a terrible rush. It rushes up in the morning, blazes through the day, and then it dips down and leaves you in the dark. Barely get a few minutes of that beautiful, warm, golden twilight before it's gone and you have to light a candle. But here, I looked up And the sky was painted in the most magnificent shades of plum and amber and gold. Sun was just sitting right there on the horizon, like a ripe peach balanced on a fence post. I told myself, Vance, just stand here for a minute. Just a minute and take it in. You worked hard your whole life. You deserve to watch this sunset. So I stood and I watched. After a while, my ankle started to feel a little stiff. I thought to myself, well, that's just the old bones catching up to me from the fall down the well. So I didn't mind none. I just kept looking at the beautiful amber light hitting the leaves. The colors. Oh, the colors in these woods. You see them, don't you? So bright. So peaceful. A bit later, my knees wouldn't bend. I tried to lift my left foot to shoo away a beetle, but my boot wouldn't budge. It felt heavy, warm and heavy, like it was full of rich, dark soil. Felt so nice, honestly, like putting your feet to a pair of warm slippers after a long day. I realized then that the sun wasn't moving, and I didn't want to move either. Why would I? Where was I going that I was any better than this very spot? So I just stayed. The grass grew up around my shin. The bark started to climb up my thighs, real gentle like. Tasted a bit like cinnamon and sap at first, but you get used to it. The mushrooms started to bloom on my ribs. They glow nicely in the shade, you know. It takes a long time to grow into a tree, my friends. Very long time. You don't even notice it's happening. It starts at the soles of your feet. The dirt just sort of welcomes you. Takes hold of your toes, it reaches
Are
up
we being
to your
eaten by
ankles.
the?
Yeah,
this
are we
place
turning to
right now?
stone or wood?
It binds you to the earth so you can finally truly rest. I think you folks are going to love looking at the sun with me.
No, I don't think so.
Now, I see people interacting. Fantastic. Phalar, with your insight, you can tell that this guy just wants to tell you a nice, happy story. Tango and Simon, you're a bit distracted, but time seems to just slow down as he's telling his story. Parsnip is kind and polite and listens to the fellow speak for a long time. So, as Vance the tree warmly smiles at you, his eyes drifting back up to the permanently twilight sky, you suddenly realize that you haven't shifted your weight in a few minutes, and you look down as fine, vibrant little violet rootlets have already kind of started to spin themselves up and into your leather boots. Now, Tango and Simon, you will succeed on the wisdom save, no problem. You pass because you kind of got bored with it. Phalar,
Sorry.
this guy's giving a nice tail. That's the best you can get is he's giving a nice tail. Would you shuffle away from him and let yourself get bored like Simon and Tango, or would you have given him your raptured attention?
Oh, I was there playing music, slowly speeding up so that he would finish his story faster.
Okay, all right. So you'll have advantage on this, but if Parsnip and Phalar could give me wisdom saving throws, please, as you need to struggle to come to terms with what's happening, because, I mean, he just told you this wonderful story about how great it is just to stay here.
Is this
Can I give Parsnip advantage if I careful spell firebolt and like aim it at his feet without damaging him? Like I'm aiming specifically for the roots.
I think Parsnip already has advantage on these types of saves. That and the fact that you have a second save coming up.
Oh, okay.
All right. Valar, you're playing your music, and he gets to the end of his story, and you just kind of look down, and you feel this peace as you continue to play, but your playing starts to kind of slow down too, and you change it up to just kind of provide the right background music to peer at the sun. Parsnip, you snap out of it. You look down at your feet, realize that you are becoming one with the ground. Uh, Parsnip, Tango, and Simon, you have roots start trying to merge with you, and you can feel them licking at your feet. I need the three of you to either make a dexterity save to pull yourself away from it, or a strength saving throw. The DC is 15 for either of them.
The one time, Wes, that I don't have the gauntlets of ogre power. All right, you said save?
Yeah, wisdom,
Okay.
dexterity or strength saving throw to yank yourself, move yourself quickly away, yanked away. Okay, so you guys, the three of you, and we'll just go ahead and say Arcus and Darren were kind of off to the side. They pull themselves off as well. You pull yourselves free, and you turn and you look at Phalar, who is just sort of enraptured by the sun.
Can I tackle Phalar to rip them up?
They quickly are having the roots sprout into their feet.
No.
You absolutely can tackle Phalar. When you say tackle, what are you doing to them? Are you literally going to go up and just try to tackle them off the ground?
I think I'm going to teleconnect, sorry in advance, Phalar, but I'm going to telekinetically shove Phalar to see if I can get the roots removed from them. To uproot them, basically.
Okay. Phalar, you're really at peace right now. Suddenly you feel a force attempting to push you. It might take away your view of the sun. If you would please, I believe it's a strength save against Simon's spell save DC.
Which is 17 or 16? Hold on. It's 16.
Doesn't that matter?
Phalar, you feel like something's shoving you away, but it's like you can just take your toes and curl them into the ground and grab hold of the roots in the ground. You're not having your vision of the sun blocked in any way. As soon as you do this quick shove, Phalar kind of topples ever so slightly for a moment, almost like a tree that's a thin tree that's being pushed in the wind. And then they snap back up and continue.
Even though they failed?
Oh, no, they failed. Never mind. They need a beating.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I was like, no!
That still happens, but
No,
at the second.
With my strength, I failed.
Yeah, with the last moment, yes. My apologies. It's tough going from beat the DC to don't beat the DC for the good thing to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with the push, the Phalar kind of starts to topple over. They begin to snap back up for just a moment, but then their feet kind of lose hold of that grip on the ground, and they fall off to the side, tearing away at those roots that were just starting to actually crawl up past their ankles at that point. Phalar, getting knocked down onto the ground, you suddenly realize what was starting to happen to you.
Sorry for being so forward, buddy, but let's not join Grandpa Tree here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Cool.
He does look like a fun tree to be around, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, cool story, Tree Bro, but we have our own goals, and yeah, we'll see you when we come back.
He smiles at you, and the whole tree tilts forward a little bit, just the tiniest bit, just 1 or 2 degrees to kind of indicate he's nodding at you. But he's just got this contentful smile as his eyes focus back up towards the sun.
Pretty sure that's how you go blind, but what do I know?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Apparently not.
You leave the tree in your rear view and continue heading forward. Would anybody like to make another skill check to keep yourself along the path?
So I have an idea for a performance that Phalar can perform. What I want to try is the violin has woven emotion, which is really to be cast at someone. But I'm wondering if I can cast shared rapture, which the target would gain a 1d4 bonus to saving throws and ability checks. But obviously that doesn't matter. It's on the path itself. So I want to give the path the blessing of shared rapture through the music
Okay.
so that we can hopefully stay on it.
I'm gonna start singing a sea shanty
Yar.
to aid in this. He thinks he's singing Timber by Pitbull, but really it's a sea shanty.
Quite appropriate.
I give you a big thumbs up.
Phalar, you recognize that the world around you seems to respond to emotion. And then you remember you've got this item that literally shares your emotions with others. And you begin to play it for the world around you. Go ahead, go for a DC 15. And of course, you would have your standard performance bonuses to this. Oh, yeah, very easily. You play your music, and the world seems to respond to it very clearly. The trees almost sway as like they're dancing to the song that you're playing. The mushrooms, the oversized mushrooms, the leaves, the grass, the path itself seems to respond as if you're sharing this joyous emotion with them all. It's as if the leaves part in just the right way that twilight sun shines directly on the path, leading you all forward, easier than ever before. And with that, you guys come upon a cave directly in front of you along the path. Really the first thing that you were expecting to see. There's kind of this rocky ledge and so forth, leading fairly high up, and a short, not too dark cave ahead of you all. You can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Hey, that worm guy said something about a cave, right? We're supposed to go through a cave?
I believe so.
Does this look like the cave?
I mean, it's on the path. He said we needed to not deviate from the path, so that makes sense to me.
I mean, who knows if we deviated or not? Like, that path was tricky. But let's go.
You guys travel into the cave. As soon as you enter into this cave, you hear water. It's mild, but you can tell it's water that's crashing down, water that's flowing. It seems to echo through the cave. It makes the cave feel much longer, deeper than it actually is. It only takes you a short bit of time. Even though it's not a very big cave, you pass through it very quickly. When you emerge on the other side, you notice that there's actually, just over to your side, a little waterfall coming off the top. And as the path continues, you can see, just in the distance, a river flowing from one side to the other, kind of bubbling along, not too far in your future. You guys emerge on the other side of the cave.
Oh, wow. Tango, I think we should come back here when we're done and like do some fishing. I wonder what kind of fish we'd catch here.
That hmm, that is a great question. I would love to find out. Not sure I want to ever come back here, but I am curious.
I mean, I think this place is great. You know, if you ignore the old tree men trying to forcefully make neighbors out of us.
Well, there was that, and just how plain out boring he was. Holy cow! The colors are really pretty. I get distracted really easily here.
Yeah, I mean, the colors remind me of the times you eat those good mushrooms down home and you start seeing all sorts of fun colors. So this is kind of nice. Also, are we upside down? Is the map upside down, or is it just the way the map looks? Because the grass looks like it's pointed down.
Would yes, I've inverted the original form of the map
Okay,
to make it appropriate feeling here in the Feywild.
you've succeeded. Okay, that threw me way off. All right. Yeah. Yeah, the colors are really nice.
Yeah, it's got some charm, but like, I don't like how things are trying to steal stuff from us or kill us, or there's headless people walking around looking for their heads. It's just weird.
I mean, that's like a Tuesday for us. I'm sorry, a Fire's Day for us.
It's okay. It's hard. We're on a different plane. I see where you would be confused.
Yeah, right. Like, what if they don't use the same day structure?
I'm pretty sure they don't use it.
Yeah. How long have we been here, y'all?
Now that you think about it, you are tired and hungry. It's probably been 8, 12 hours, as best you can tell, since you've gotten here, or eaten, and walking for.
Oh God. Parsnip, do you want me to send a note to your mom and dad so they don't think like we died at the apple orchard?
Are you able to send a note from here, Simon?
I think I can. I mean, there's a chance that it will fail, but I'm pretty sure I could reach out regardless of what plane they're on. It will probably be really late, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sure, give it a try.
Yeah. I can send this message across any distance and even to other planes of existences. But if the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. But I'll know if the delivery fails. Yeah, I'll reach out to your dad. What was his name? Garlic? No. Turnip? Yeah, I'll reach out to Parsnip's dad.
Turnip and Daisy.
Hey, thank you. Hey, Mr. Turnip. This is Simon, one of Parsnip's friends. We're okay. We're in the Feywild, just kind of wandering around. Talk to you later.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay. Well, I'd love to if it will let me. Come on. Oh, there we go.
Okay. For the briefest of moments, you're Well, certainly. I'll connect you. One moment. A few moments later, you hear, "What the? Some talking in my head. I don't understand what's going on. Okay, I'm glad Parsnip's okay, but he just left. I, I don't understand what's. No one's ever done." And kind of ends there.
I keep forgetting that not everyone's family is like my family, where we just talk in each other's heads. I think I gave him a good old frat, but he also said we just left, so I guess not much time has passed. But that doesn't explain why I'm like so dog tired.
Yeah, we need to figure out rest at some point.
Hey, friend Arcus, can you make us a nice little like protective dome?
Like a Arcus hut.
Yeah, like the Arcus hut. And while you're doing that, I'll make us some dinner.
I can try. Arcus begins casting his little hut. Succeeds. You guys are all inside the hut. Short bit of time goes by, about 10 minutes or so, and you hear this kind of and you look down, and a little hedgehog pops up out of the ground. The hedgehog is armored, and as he pops itself out and leaves a little bit of a hole behind, you hear coming from the hole, and looks around at you all. And he goes, "Oh, very interesting." And then it dives back down into the hole. The hole seems to fill in behind it, and it kind of vanishes.
I wonder if maybe we shouldn't have done it on the path, or maybe I don't know. I feel like
Well,
this is,
I didn't want to leave the path.
it's fair.
'Cause-
I mean, I don't know that there's a right answer.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to sleep in shifts, but I'm okay with that.
About an hour passes by. This feels like an hour. You guys are used to kind of kicking back, relaxing for a bit, and at a certain point, you're kind of like, yes, I'm feeling that refreshment now. I can do that thing again. But you spend that time, and you don't get that refreshment.
Are we at risk of like exhaustion?
No, not at risk of being exhausted, but you definitely feel like you just took a short rest, but you don't get any benefits of a short rest.
So, did my encouraging song work, which allows me to give heroic inspiration to allies during a short or long rest?
Any of your abilities that would occur during a short rest, or things that you would regain during a short rest, nothing like that works. You guys sit longer, and you try to sleep. Doze off a little here, doze off a little there. It's clearly been half a day. Arcus has to recast his spell at some point. It only lasts 8 hours. Don't seem to gain any benefits from sleeping right now.
Well, maybe we should just kind of keep going, y'all. Not really sure what's going on. Parsnip, do you have any idea?
No, I don't have any idea.
Hmm. Can we at least try to restore health? Because it looks like Phalar is missing some health, and Darren's missing some health.
Healing magic works just fine if you try to use it.
But we couldn't use our hit die to restore health.
Not unless you have like a spell that does hit die restoration, but taking the rest doesn't seem to trigger anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
I've got 2 regular potions of healing that I can drink. That would be 20, right?
Yep, 10 and 10.
Yeah, I guess if we're not really getting any benefit from resting, I say we keep trekking on. Are y'all okay with that? Should we keep moving?
Seems like
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's the option we have.
Yes, I'm just gonna let y'all go first.
With that, Arcus drops his hut down, and you guys continue on, neither exhausted nor rested. Up ahead, the waters, as I said, they seem to be kind of racing by pretty quickly. But actually, everyone can go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay. Tango, you're not going to notice it. Simon, you're still trying to figure out why you are feeling the way you are. Phalar and Parsnip, as you kind of look ahead, you see this water is moving across as you would expect it to. However, kind of right at the path point, straight forward, you can see there's this area of the river that seems to be completely calm. It's like the water is racing forward, and then it's almost like it stops as a straight line, and it's just calm in that line going across it.
that's weird. Of
What's
course,
weird?
everything here is weird. How the water just stops right there where that line is.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. What do you think it is? Wait, is there a bridge? Is it a bridge?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Doors, bridges, little streams, always the greatest enemies in D&D. .
What did he say we needed to do once we got through the cave again?
This is a good question.
I just remember something about silver. Maybe some sort of a tree.
Yeah, something like that. We're supposed to find it and it tell us what to do.
Can I
Yeah,
Like-
go ahead.
reach down and pick up a rock, like on the path, and just toss it where the water just stops to see what happens?
Yeah. You move up kind of towards the edge. You'll see little Simon go up first, and he kind of squats down to pick up a rock. He's a little distracted as this is happening. He doesn't see, but the rest of you see. If you've seen Abyss, a portion of the water seems to pick itself up and form out like a tentacle. Stretches out and attempts to wrap hold of Simon as he's picking up his little rock. And you see it yank as if it's pulling him into the water. Simon, if you would please, could you give me a strength saving throw?
Let's assume that I fail. Hold on.
I make no assumptions. You guys have amazing rolls sometime.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Wow. Little Simon just kind of trying to Hulk out over there. That's an 8. I rolled an 18, y'all. Rawr.
That does in fact succeed. You guys see this water yank at Simon, but he's crouched down low and he just bears into it. And Simon, you now feel this water had tried to pull you, but it did not succeed. And then as you guys are close, you hear this kind of coming from the water itself, this little
So, did the water just try to, like, kidnap me or something? I'm assuming that's why I'm now all wet.
That seems likely.
Wonderful.
Or something in the water.
I'm still gonna throw the rock into that spot, but I'm gonna do it a little more forcefully now.
you pick up a rock and you throw it into the water. And you hear it. It's not nice. Yeah. And with that, we'll roll initiative. Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
All right, tandem footwork. So you'll get a plus when I roll it.
I'm gonna need it.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
Right. There's a way to do it. No, I'll use my macro.
Add 7 to your roll.
Oh, nice. So my initiative's 11.
Mine's 31.
Simon, you throw the rock in and you hear this. That wasn't very nice. And you guys see a portion of the water about 10 feet out from Simon, kind of picking itself up it's been moving and peaceful, but you can definitely tell it's like bulging upwards ever so slightly. Oh, hold on. That's better. Yeah, I don't think the +7 makes a little bit of a change. Simon, you got an 11 then, correct?
Yes.
All right. You see the water apparently didn't like what Simon did or something, and it's reacting in a potentially hostile way. What do you wish to do, Phalar?
So there's like a humanoid shaped water thing 10 feet off of Simon.
It's more like a blubble. Like it's kind of raising up a little bit. It doesn't really look humanoid in its shape. It's clearly raising itself up, and you can tell. You're not sure how, but like it got this aggressive posture. Like imagine the water in Moana. Like when it was being sassy, you could tell it was being sassy. That's what you get from this water.
And it spoke in common.
It did.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use my turn to interact with it and just try to get it to calm down and be like, hey, we didn't mean it. We're new to here. We can talk.
All right, go ahead and you can make a persuasion check.
Dirty 20.
Oh, very nice. You attempt to persuade the water in a charming fashion. Uh, the water's still a little bit of a blub there, but you have opened a dialogue with it. Is there anything else that you would like to do while you have your turn?
No, I think that's it for. Well, actually, can I use a magic action and activate my boots of flying?
Absolutely.
And that'll be it.
All right. Tango, you too, you're potentially quick to move. What do you wish to do?
Tango's ready. He's like in the process of unsheathing his sword from the floating scabbard. As Phalar calls out, starting this dialogue. I'll pause for a moment as I can follow Phalar's lead, but standing at the ready. And I'll just call out as well. Yeah, we didn't mean it. And is there a bridge? We're just looking to get across or find a willow tree.
All right. Do you wish to do anything else? Ready in action? Anything like that?
I think I'll just be ready to defend myself. So I guess a dodge action.
Okay. Parsnip, what do you wish to do with the water in front of you?
I will walk up next to Simon and address the water and go, yes, we don't need to fight each other. It was a wonderful joke. Just some of us don't have a sense of humor, and I'll punch Simon in the shoulder.
All right. I probably deserve that. That's That's fine.
Okay, I love it. Actually, go ahead and give me, what the hell, give me a persuasion check for that one. Welcome, Darren.
Hello, thank you.
Okay. Anything else for Parsnip?
Since I'm letting him hit me instead of asking for a roll and I'm accepting the punishment, can he get advantage on that persuasion check?
Not this time, no.
Oh, okay. I tried.
No, I'll just laugh like it was a hilarious joke.
Okay. Second. Okay. One moment.
Oh, hey, Darren.
Making some rolls
Guys?
here.
Right? He just like popped into the initiative. I'm like, oh hey.
Darren, I'll give you the rundown real quick because your initiative would actually be next in this case. The party has traveled along through the Feywild. They met a tree that talked to them for so long the party almost took root, literally.
Oh no.
They found a cave that you all expected to see and passed through it. And on the other side of the cave, you come across this river. The river had a spot that seemed to be calmer than the rest. Simon, as he was picking up a rock, was nearly pulled in by a water tentacle. Some giggles from the water seemed to have happened. Simon threw the rock into the water, and initiative is rolled. As the water looked sassy at that point.
Okay.
The group has been speaking to this little blurble, as I call it, of water that's kind of risen up a little bit. If you've seen Moana, I described it as like the ocean when it looks a little sassy, and they've been talking to it, trying to explain that it was just a joke, and even gone so far as to strike Simon a little on the shoulder. What would you like to do?
Okay. Have we by any chance taken a short rest at all?
No short rest, no long rest, though you have tried to and failed.
Oh.
Yeah, we went through the time of a short rest, but got no benefit from it.
Hmm,
We went through the
okay.
time. We went through the time of almost a full-on long rest and didn't get any benefit.
Oh, actually, yeah, I guess that's
'cause-
true.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it would probably just be taking a look over here at the water, and then I guess just dodging, just taking a look at what's going on. I like to imagine that maybe he had to pee, or maybe he was just in his own world and he just kind of got back to the party. He just wants to see what's going on, kind of like me. So he'll just dodge.
Oh, all right. You guys all were talking to the water, and you see that like raised up little blurble of water kind of move a little bit to one side, move a little bit to the next, as if it's pondering a bit. And you hear one little squeaky voice going, "Hmm," and then another one a little off to the side. "Nope, you tried to hit me." With that, another little second blop of water comes up, and it flings itself out towards Simon one more time. Simon, if you could make yet another strength save for me, please.
Sure.
Look at that.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to take it.
It's against water. That's what's going on.
Apparently,
Rude.
this water just splashes up against you, and you hear this, and a couple more little giggles kind of come from different spots in the water. Simon, what do you wish to do?
I don't know why you want to see me get wet, If that's what you did the first time, then I'm sorry if I throw on a rock, because it's clear to me you weren't trying to actually hit me, or you probably would have succeeded.
Anything else for Simon?
No, he's not going to attack. Everyone else has been very adamant about trying to de-escalate, so that's what he's going to try to do.
Okay. You guys see the water a little bit to either side of where it's calm, starting to rise up a little bit, and then, almost as it was described by Phalar, it actually does start to take shape. You see two of them that seem to be taking shape, and then you see over towards the side, a little ways away, a third that's still kind of in this like blurby state to it, as these little water creatures seem to manifest in the river itself. Let me make sure I do this right. You see these little look a little like females, women, possibly elven of some sort. Creatures kind of made out of water just kind of pull themselves up, and they kind of look around at the group, and they focus more on Parsnip and Tango, and like, don't you want to go swimming with us? As they kind of beckon you into the water. With that, we'll go back to the top of the order. Over to Tango.
So is the water next to us is now not a problem? We
Wait,
have
wouldn't it be... Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it would be Phalar. My apologies. I didn't sort right.
Sorry
There
about
we
that.
go.
I did not mean to cut you off, Erlar.
Yeah, it'd be Phalar next. My apologies. You see these two kind of rise up. All of the water is currently moving now. It's flowing kind of like left to right. You do see one more water that appears sassy, well, so to speak. That's kind of over to the farther side.
Okay.
It's over here-ish.
I'm just gonna go stand right about there since I have boots that can make me fly. So I'm just gonna hover above the water. Hi y'all. We're not from around here and just trying to get through, and would appreciate maybe not bad things happening to us.
All right, Phalar, go ahead and give me a perception check. You have advantage as you're kind of floating over the water.
Oof. 9 advantage.
That's okay. That's okay. That's actually enough. You see over to your right, coming in the water, there's some massive, massive dark shape. From with the 9, you just make out this massive dark blob deep under the water, and it's moving this direction pretty quickly. Do you wish to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody else about it and then fly up probably like 10 feet above the water and get out of the water area.
Okay. Tango, two beautiful water creatures have popped up out of the water, and they're kind of beckoning you, giggling. And there's another one that seems to be sassy somewhere in this river.
Tango's sword rises a little bit.
I'm sure it does.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, I'm laughing my ass off.
Whew, okay. He does take like one step into the water, going, yeah, hell yeah, swim sounds great. You're not going to try and drown me, are you? And then I'll look towards the dark shape and go, wait, what's that? And I'll stand right there taking dodge action again, waiting to see if their intention is to drown me or not.
Okay. All right. They kind of look at each other and they look at you. The water is cool and crisp, quite clear. And yes, you can look in that direction and see this dark shape moving forward. Parsnip, you're up.
I'll move into the edge of the water and splash around like I'm having fun, but I'm going to keep an eye on that dark thing moving under the water.
Okay. Splash around the water a little bit. Darren, yourself?
Do you need me to make a wisdom saving throw or anything like that?
Only if you feel you need to.
You know what? I mean, I guess he hasn't really been in the Feywild. This is all kind of new to him. Okay, he's going to begin. Almost like his mind is not really his own right now. Like he's entranced by like the purple trees and the glowing water. He's gonna go forward.
Darren seems to be driven by his own sword as he looks to the ladies and starts swimming towards them.
All right, that'll be turn.
All right, on initiative roll 20.
Is that a like a charm condition by chance?
It's more like a charming condition.
Let's see. Okay.
Don't worry, if
Oh
you're
my.
getting more charming. What is that thing?
Oh my.
Seems to be swimming up close towards you. The order is slightly off here. The one that's supposed to be hidden is actually at this initiative. I switched them by mistake. The little blob that seems to be angry at Simon goes. You hear the water vibrate, and it kind of says, "Oh, you're not gonna play? Fine, patooey." The water kind of flicks itself towards Simon. You see some water come towards you, Simon, and it seems to start to bubble right before it gets to you. Simon, you get hit critically by this burning acidic water splashes right into your face. Wow. It rolled minimum on a crit. You take 30 points of acid damage.
That's your minimum.
Would like
What the heck?
What's that?
I'd like to use my reaction for a protective field. Just reducing
Absolutely.
that damage.
I'll make a small adjustment here. This one's up out of the water, kind of calling you over. And the blurb that I've been talking about is actually right over here, where that one was. It's kind of where it came from the water.
Stop, DM.
All right, Simon, you get splashed with this acidic water. I mean, it looked crystal and clear until right before it got to you, it started bubbling, and you get splashed with this acid. What do you wish to do?
First off, what was the damage I took? Because for some reason it didn't let me remove it.
It was 30 damage. You were hit critically, and it rolled minimum.
Reduced by 7. Thank you, Tango. So 23. Okay. Okay. I know I escalated things with a rock, but you just escalated things with like a pot of boiling water to my face. So here you go. And he's going to return it. He's going to transmute a scorching ray into... Wait, does transmute give me electric, or is it not electric? Sorry, give me 1 second, y'all. I should have double-checked that before I said that.
You can do lightning. It's lightning, thunder, acid, cold, and fire.
Okay, cool. Thank you. You're faster than I am. Yeah, he's going to transmute a scorching ray into lightning rays. A crit, and then a 29, a third 21, and that's not even me using my like bonus action to Sorcerer's Burst or innate sorcery. Do those hit?
You know what? You would know right where it came from because the water moved in such a way. Normally, it would actually have kind of an invisible condition since it hasn't really manifested itself. But I'm not going to give you that disadvantage because again, it's pretty obvious exactly where it is. Yes, they all hit pretty easily.
Okay. So for the crit, it's max damage plus the thing. So hold on.
20.
Oh wow! So 28 is the crit.
No, the crit would be 8 plus 12.
Oh, thank you. Okay, sorry. Yes, I see that. Cool. 20 damage, 2 damage, 5 damage, 27 damage.
All right. You and the other two go, and they look towards each other. She deserved it. As you do that, the third kind of pops up out of the water and just looks utterly offended and shocked that you have just blasted her with lightning. Anything else for Simon?
Yeah, he's going to back away towards Arcus, and as a bonus action, we'll take a potion of healing. And that will be it for Simon.
Okay.
So 9.
These guys are fast. The one on the far side sees everything that goes on, just swims right on over to Darren. And Darren, you've got 2 ladies. They're kind of looking at you. And one of them kind of swirls their hand right around you, and the water that you're in starts to kind of bubble up like a small little geyser, and it's enough that you raise up yourself. You're floating. Your armor itself is floating in this water higher up, so that you kind of become eye level with them as they kind of look really closely at you. They kind of look towards each other, and you kind of get the sense that they're not sure what to do with you as of yet. But they're not attacking you. They're not hurting you, and they seem to be gently holding you up in the air, in the water. That is their turn. Back to Phalar.
Darren, remind me how big you are, or small.
Medium sized.
Okay, well, there's not a chance in hell that I'm going to be able to grab you. Then that's what I was checking.
Oh, he probably weighs a little bit.
a little too much for Phalar. That's what I was wondering. Has that
But not
blob-
Aplar.
No,
Probably not
that's
Aplar.
true. But Aplar can't fly, so there's that.
Not yet.
Has that blob that is scary as hell moved?
Yes, it will move again on initiative count 20.
Gotcha.
That's terrifying, DM. I hope you know that.
That is a pretty terrifying. I didn't know we were fighting Godzilla. So
Right?
oof. I'm gonna cast Bane on the 3 water creatures there.
Oh, okay.
DC 17 charisma.
They actually have advantage.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but I figured give it a go.
DC 17 charisma. They're charismatic, but they don't have proficiency. Oh, it's in whispers here. You feel your spell land on 2 of them. The 2 that are over there that are currently flirting with Darren. The one that got zapped by Simon saved.
Okay. Hey. I think that's going to be it for Phalar for this turn.
All right. Tenko. You see Simon's engaged with one of them. They seem to be combative. The other 2, even with being a spell cast on him, they're just kind of focused on Darren, and he's swimming in this little pillar of water over there. What do you wish to do?
Tango's mildly excited to go for a swim and see what these lovely looking ladies are all about until one of them attacks his best friend. So he's going to rush over to her, be like, "You might be pretty, but that's my friend. Don't do that." And I'm going to take a swing at her.
Okay, go for it.
I'm not sure how deep the water is here, if I'm swimming or if...
Let's try something here. Tango, if you could please, would you make an intelligence saving throw for me when you swim out into the water? Okay. Tango, you know that you're in water. You know that you can swim. You are a good swimmer. You have great athletics. You've been trained in how to swim. And when you go out into this water, it's like you're flying almost. The water is crystal clear. And when you put your head underneath it for the briefest of moments, you can see basically straight down to the bottom. And it's like you're 50 feet up in the air. And for the briefest of moments, you feel like you're going to fall. But then you recognize you're in water. You can swim. It's fine. And you get over to it without any problem.
Perfect. All right, then here comes that swing.
Hey, Arcus, welcome.
Welcome, my wizard friend.
Thank you, thank you.
We
I
are
started
fighting.
the fight. Yeah, it's my
We're
fault.
fighting Godzilla.
Well, not yet.
Soon.
We're fighting.
Yeah, Simon got in the fight with water, and it's escalated from there.
Got it. Fighting water.
Apologies. The 11 in fact misses.
Okay. We'll still graze.
That's true. You do. You just cut through just a little bit.
That'll
I'm
swing
having to
back.
I'm keeping track of her hit points in the third option, by the way.
Yep. And if
And that
this one
connects.
hits, I'll use my tactical mastery to change the weapon mastery from graze to sap to inflict disadvantage on their next attack.
Okay. You twist your sword at the last second, giving them that disadvantage. But as you kind of cut through her, you see her kind of half of her essentially turns to water, and you could just see a portion of her torso kind of float there, motionless in the water. Anything else for Tengu?
I think I will just sit there, kind of floating in the waterless water, ready to attack again when it comes around.
Okay. Parsnip, what do you wish to do? Hmm. Parsnip, if you were speaking, I couldn't hear you.
I'm not speaking. I can't make up my mind.
All right.
I will call out to the two remaining and be like, ladies, this does not have to escalate. We can all be friends here.
They look at Darren and they look at you, and you get the feeling for just a moment they're going to go in and give Darren a kiss, but they're going to stop themselves and they listen to you and wait. Anything else from Parsnip?
No, I'll just keep eyeing that big old blob thing in the water.
All right. Darren, you have two ladies that are around you. Both of them were moving their hands up towards your head for a second, and you can kind of get the sense they were coming in for just the softest of kisses. When Parsnip kind of got their attention and they turned away, and they look back towards you, one of them whispers something to you, but they just kind of sit there and they smile at you with this kind of knowing grin. What do you wish to do, Darren?
Yeah, he's gonna say, guys, we don't have to fight. Their friend is coming. And
Oh, Darren.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do here. I guess he's gonna put his hand on his chest to heal up a little bit using lay on hands, just because I'm realizing that I am quite hurt. But yeah, he's just like right now. I don't think he really saw the crit hitting his friend Simon. He's just saying, guys, we can come to an understanding, all of us. And yeah, that'll be turn.
Okay. With that, initiative 20, the creature that's swimming in the water seems to stop, and they come rising up pretty quickly. We'll put him here.
Oh, Jesus.
Splashing up through the water. This, as someone described, half orca, half humanoid type of creature pops itself up. And it kind of looks down around you all, and it looks over next to Tango. And Tango, you see what you assume is its hand coming towards you to kind of scoop you up, but it stops just short of you, and it picks up the portion of the water that's got this woman half floating in it. He kind of picks it up and he looks at it, and you see him just kind of just tisk at it. He blows on it for just a moment. The head moves a bit, and he just kind of tosses it over to the side, and it goes bloop into the water. And he looks at all of you and speaks. Who are you?
Are we still on initiative, or?
Not really. Not at the moment.
Was that grumble intelligible by us?
You could kind of understand it if you think about it.
We're on our way to see a tree. We're the Emerald Scale, an adventuring party. May I ask who we're speaking with?
One of the girls looks over towards you and kind of tilts her to the side. That's the River Lord.
The Beaver Lord? Did I hear that wrong?
The River Lord. River.
Oh, I'm sorry. River Lord.
I mean, maybe he's also the Lord of Beavers. I have no idea.
Yeah, we were just passing by. We wanted to see a tree. We're just friends here. We're just hanging around.
We're here from the material plane, and we're here to help solve our mutual problem, whatever that problem is.
Did you bring them with you?
You broke out a little bit on my end. I'm so sorry.
That's actually probably all the better. He talks to you guys like that for a bit. It's very difficult to understand what they're saying. After a while, he looks a little frustrated and just kind of lowers himself down in the water and gets a little closer to you. And with a deep voice, he goes, "What is it that you brought with you? Trouble to us, little ones?"
No, we were asked by a caterpillar. And
It was a worm.
Oh, I thought it was a caterpillar.
Its name was Worm.
Oh, shoot. You're right. That's on me.
That's okay. They're basically the same thing.
He told us that there's a problem in the Fae that's also leaking into our world, and that he invited us here to help fix whatever the problem is. We brought no problems with us. We only want to help solve problems.
He gets a little lower down into the water, and his head gets kind of close to it. So, that tale was boring. I'm far older than what most of you could imagine, and I'm very, very bored. I've heard every story mortals have to tell. If you want to cross my river, surprise me. And with that, the water just stops rushing all around you. The girls kind of freeze up for a moment. They don't move. The wind seems to stop moving through the trees. It is just silence as he's staring at you all.
Simon will step forward and he'll start telling. So you want to hear a story? Can we tell you about one of our adventures?
He just stares at you.
Cool. I'm going to take your silence as, agreement, and he'll start telling him the story of how we searched through a library to find a book and found our way into the basement of the library through a hidden door and fought a massive four-armed elemental guardian. And even though we defeated it, the thing that we were looking for
Simon,
wasn't there.
roll an insight check.
Okay. Where did my character sheet go?
Can't
Right.
help you with that one.
Yeah, I thought I minimized it, but it's not showing up. Oh, I must have closed it. There it is. Okay.
The DC's only
Insight.
10 because his face is the size of a barnyard or
That's-
a barn wall.
That's fair.
Okay. You start talking about libraries, and he has the look that Tango gives when you talk about books.
Okay. Well, if you don't like that one, do you like horror? Because I can tell you about some zombies.
Simon, why don't we tell him about Bodie McBoatface?
I mean, we just met Bodie McBoatface. There's nothing to tell him.
I just figure water is more interesting to this person thing.
I mean, maybe, but also if you were used to living in water, you probably want to hear about something else.
Is their name Ariel?
No, I guess their name is just Riverlord.
And not Beaver Lord, which is good. It's important.
Yeah, not Beaverlord. Yeah, I guess I'll start telling him about... You know what? He'll tell him about crossing the desert and climbing a tower.
As you start
to
talking
talk
about
to
the
a
desert,
dragon.
go ahead and make another insight check.
Oh boy.
You get a Tango look again.
Okay. I'm tapping out. I'm 0 for 2.
Mr. Lord, have you heard about the stupidest mortal that ever walked on any of the worlds?
As he's glances and looks more in your direction. No insight needed. He's paying 1% more of attention.
Obviously, you're very aware of what a golem is.
Sits there quietly.
Well, when I was a kid, there was a story about a man who was trying to get past a golem and into a place, and you had to challenge the golem to anything. You could challenge him to anything you wanted. So some people challenged him to fights, some people challenged him to a battle of wits, and the dumbest person ever challenged him to a wading contest. So he's literally wading out a golem to get into a place.
Go ahead and make an insight check as you telling him this story. As you're telling this story about the stupidest mortal ever, he is getting a little bit closer, and you seem to recognize that he is waiting with bated breath to hear how this story ends.
That's kind of the thing. Like, the story never ends because golems last forever, and a mortal is trying to outweight him, and nothing ever happened. He never got in.
Wouldn't the golem win eventually? Because if the guy was immortal, like, we all got to meet our maker someday.
Technically, they're still competing right now.
Huh.
He stops for a second. He kind of tilts his head to the side, raises a hand up, and rubs on his chin as if pondering what you're saying. And then, Arcus, go ahead and just out of curiosity, give me a performance check now. See how well you tell your story for him. There we go. It seems to take him a second, but you start to feel it in the water first. You see little vibrations, very, very faint vibrations. And the water was like glass a moment ago, so it's pretty obvious when these little vibrations come up. And they slowly seem to rise up into his chest until it gets to his mouth, and he's like, good enough. He looks at the Nereids, and he just kind of waves his hand, and the girls, they flitter away from you guys, and he just submerges himself back down into the water and begins swimming away.
Arcus, that was awesome. Oh no, he's back.
He's swimming away.
Oh.
He's just slowly turning his way back and forth.
Have you guys ever heard that story?
I don't think I have.
No, we have. We actually met the golem himself.
Oh, are you talking about for the library?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't here then, so shout out to Caveman, because that was in his video. I just remembered that because I thought it was so funny.
Brilliant.
That was awesome, dude.
And here I was going to tell him the story of D squared. Oh well.
Nip. We could have learned so much. I ruined it.
DM, do you need any checks for crossing the water? Like,
After you guys take a moment, the Nereids kind of go over to the side, out of your way, and you see them just kind of wave their hand a little bit. And once again, there's a row of water that's perfectly still for you guys. The rest of it seems to be moving along, but they clearly made a path for you. And Darren, as you were already kind of in the water, you feel it almost become a little more solidified underneath your feet. And you look down, and you were waiting in this risen up kind of geyser for a second, but now you're literally standing on the water. It feels firm at the moment, and you believe you could just simply walk across.
they're very nice people. He's just gonna begin walking. He's gonna say thank
walk over.
you.
One of them kind of tilts their head and blows you a kiss.
Oh, gotta be careful. I might just walk off the edge again.
Simon goes splashing into the edge.
So it's not actually solid for me.
Oh no, it was, but you kind of went off to the line there. Darren was following the line.
Oh, I don't see a line. Okay.
Oh no, it
Just
was
have-
it was in the mind's eye, but I knew where it was.
Oh.
You just have to believe.
With that, you guys cross the river and look off in front of you, and there is now coming into view. Couldn't see it prior to it, but you can see this little glade of trees. And inside of it, there's this little tiny pond with the sunlight reflecting off of it. And standing in the area, a single silver willow.
Yay, we made it.
I don't know why, but the scenery reminds me of Child of Light.
That's a really cool handout.
Mm-hmm.
Child of light.
So I, as a player, can't quite remember what were we supposed to do here to the tree.
Drop it down. No, that's not what
I'm
we're supposed to do.
Sorry, you said cut it down.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my.
Simon is losing all of his privileges today. It's fine. Well, I think we're supposed to come here and talk to someone about the trouble. Because isn't this where the worm told us to go?
It is where he told us to go.
He said, "Don't get off the path."
Oh. Well, we made it.
The light pierces through the tops of the trees and lands on this willow sitting by this small little pond. Just sits there alone, there in front of you. I'm going to assume you guys approach.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You guys approach, kind of skirting around this pond, and as you approach this singular tree that kind of stands out, it begins to sway back and forth just a little bit. A couple more steps you guys take towards it, and the swaying stops, and you see the tree kind of pull some of its branches in towards itself. And after a moment, those long plumes from the branches begin retracting and shifting and changing. And after just the briefest of moments, the tree seems to lift itself up. And there, standing in front of you, is this tall, almost elven woman. Purely silver skin, long silver hair braided on the sides. Little glowing embers kind of fall off of her as if little fairy lights. She has these pale, almost milky eyes looking towards you. And she kind of takes a moment to look you all up and down. Says, "Greetings, travelers. What are you doing here?"
We were sent by a worm to help with some issues. Apparently, he was saying our plane was leaking into your plane, and your plane's leaking into ours.
Simon, you speak up for just a moment, but then her eyes, they look a little bit concerned for the briefest of moments as she kind of scans over the party. And as you're beginning to speak, she kind of kneels down low, close to the group. She reaches her hand out and she kind of puts her finger towards your lips as if to shush you. And she turns her attention towards Parsnip. And she goes, You're not Fanula.
No, I guess I'm not. Who's Fanula?
This is strange. The concern kind of remains on her brows stay furrowed, and she kind of stands herself up. She towers over the group, about 9 feet tall. I sense her. I sense her with you. She doesn't ever take on a mortal form. Not like yours, no, so you can't be her. No. You don't know how her presence is here with you.
I'll pull out my hand and show it to her.
You pull out the hand, and for a moment she seems to just kind of reflexively pull herself back, as if she was disgusted for the briefest of moments, and then she catches her composure. I see. Oh, you've brought part of her with you.
Parts I've found.
Well, with that, she kind of sits down into the ground, onto the ground, crossing her legs, and her dress kind of flows out from it. A small breeze kind of comes through, and her hair just seems to kind of rustle in it, similar to a willow tree's branches might rustle in the wind. And she seems to think, well, you certainly haven't caught all of her, but this could explain things. Please, sit. I'll tell you a small tale.
I sit in front of her.
Some time ago, a long time ago, for us anyways, maybe not for you, in a war like many of the other wars that happened, Fanula died. She lost her life. Queen Tatiana was absolutely devastated by this loss for some time. Fanula was close with her, a friend. She would love how Fanula would change into a swan, so beautiful, the most beautiful swan in the entire realm. And well, when her sadness was just too much, the queen decided to return Fanula to us, something which isn't often done with our kind. And the ritual, it did not succeed. Fanula's body was brought, and ritual was performed. And instead of raising her friend's body simply shattered. We thought gone and lost forever, but it would seem some of it ended up with you. Where was it that you found this?
Um, I found it in different places where we come from, the material plane.
I see. It certainly is ugly in its current state, isn't it? I was there, and I bore witness to this failed ritual. I believe that there are at least 3 parts of her out there somewhere. It looks like you have 2. I don't suppose you have the 3rd tucked away somewhere, do you?
I'll show her the 3rd piece. I'm assuming she means the ring.
The ring would be the 2nd piece.
Oh, okay. Well then, no, I don't have the 3rd piece.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So I take it you came here to ask me about her? Is that it?
That would be something I would love to hear, but we're also here on a mission because of some problem that is manifesting in both the Fey realm and the material realm.
You speak of the crack.
Yes, I guess so. It is mutating things on in my world, and I don't know what effect it's having on yours.
I see. It attempts to do the same here. It's taking quite a bit of our capability to hold it back. Some time ago, it began to spread. And it spread from the crack. For this, I must tell you of another story. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with the Feywild? And she kind of motions to the area around her.
Just children's stories.
Oh, well, in those children's stories, have they ever discussed the Fey Dark?
No, I don't think so.
Here in this land of beauty, there was an underside to it. We call it the Fey Dark. And many a times, the creatures in it were manipulated by the Seelie and Unseelie to provide benefits to their war. But eventually, the queens both agreed that using the Fey Dark against each other was just too unsavory. And they pulled their resources. All of the seasons came together. and they broke the Feydark from the Feywild. They created an entire realm just for it. And so the ugliness of it was finally separated from us. But then, when Fanula's resurrection did not succeed, it seemed to pierce from the Feywild into the Feydark and apparently into your realm as well. And a crack was formed. It sits in the Feydark now, and it is what pours through its darkness, its ugliness into our world, and as suspected into yours as well. This is likely the cause.
So we need to seal the crack, basically.
Well, that is what we desire. Likely we will have to restore Fanula for this to succeed. But we can't do that without...
The third piece.
I assume so, yes. But we cannot go to the Feydark, not now, not with what it's doing. We must remain here, but perhaps you could temporarily plug the crack, going where we could not. That could help us and you with this force, this creeping force, at least until we can restore Fanula, or undo the crack with another ritual.
Okay. So we're going to basically go and try to plug the crack temporarily until we can find the rest of the third piece of Fanula and can restore.
I imagine if you've already come across two of her parts, it's likely if you continue on whatever path you're on, you may find another. And until that time, you could benefit us both by at least trying to seal this temporarily, yes.
Okay. We will attempt to seal it temporarily.
Oh, excellent. You see now she's talking in her hand. There's a stone that seems to glisten a little bit. You recognize a large moonstone. She says, if we could, we would take this ourselves and drop this. It should temporarily seal the crack. I will give it to you, but it is a gift for all of us. She holds it out and offers it to you.
I will take it and thank her.
Oh, I think it is we who should be thanking you. But also, you see, she kind of reaches up and she's got kind of this an adornment of leaves around her head, and she kind of pulls one of them off. And as she does, like a strand of her hair is coming out with it. And once it's disconnected from her, you see essentially a small, thin willow's branch that seems to be made of silver. And she holds that out. Again, This serves my purpose. It will allow you to traverse our lands and find me more directly. If you should be able to return to us with Vanilla, use it. It'll guide you to me, and it will guide you to the portal that we have set up between our realms. And so she offers you a Willow branch.
I will take it and thank her and tell her as soon as I have found the third piece, I will return to her to restore Fanula.
We appreciate you for this. When you return to Worm, let them know that you seek out the Feydark and the crack that you wish to seal it. He'll be able to take you there. He won't like it, but he knows it's his duty.
I will do that.
I wish you beauty and an expedient journey. That she rises back up. She kind of glances at each of you, gives a bit of a smile, and kind of starts to fold over on herself before she just bursts out back into a silver willow.
I will thank her for her help and her knowledge. And I guess we'll start heading back to the worm.
Anybody wish to do anything in the glade before you guys depart?
I don't think
are
so.
are there any like silver leaves on the ground anywhere?
She does not appear to be losing any leaves at the moment.
Okay.
Ooh, is she still around or is she a tree now?
She turned back into a tree pretty quickly, but I mean, the tree's there in front of you.
You know, I think I'm gonna pull a page out of. I don't know. I think his name is Gimli, the little dwarf. He's gonna ask if he can have a silver leaf.
That's yeah.
I don't know. I've been wanting to watch the movie.
Wait, hold on. Did we discuss this? Have you not seen The Lord of the Rings?
I've wanted to, but I haven't yet. My dad loves it though.
Okay.
You ask the tree to give you something. You ask for it to give you a silver leaf, and you see that one of the branches moves out and kind of readies itself above you, and you see a little cluster of leaves on a thin branch kind of disconnect and start floating down towards your hand.
You know, like hold both hands up, like like he's trying to catch something really delicate. He's gonna thank the tree and put it in the safest place possible. So probably the bag of holding.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right. You accept a gift from the Silver Willow. Anybody else wish to do anything?
No, I think I'm good.
With that, you guys slowly make your way out of the glade, and you see the path in front of you. And with the branch in Parsnip's hand, you look out, And just a few hundred yards away, you see the gate that brought you here.
Oh, that's good.
Do you see the worm?
If you look really hard, you might see the hole that the worm sits in. As you guys, I assume you guys start going back, and as you do, eventually, you guys get a little bit closer, and as you're approaching, the head of that worm creeps out of the tree and looks towards you all.
Oh no, not again.
Creeps itself out. Ah, so you've returned.
Got it. We went to the tree.
I can see that, and you've made yourself indebted to the Silver Willow, I see. Interesting.
What do you mean indebted?
He took a gift from the lady. He owes her.
What do I owe her?
You'll have to ask her.
Darren, is it just me, or do you have a lot of lady problems?
You know, I think I do, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least
Okay.
you guys took care of one.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we did. That's one way to put that.
Yeah, Darren's just he's gonna scratch his head. He's gonna say, well, I mean, I kind of already have a contract going on with someone else.
Well, you're about to have a contract going on with this lady.
The worm just kind of looks at you all. Doesn't have anything to say.
Yeah, the lady wants us to go to the Feydark. And she said that you would take us there, but you wouldn't be happy about it.
Poor Feydark is not very pretty.
We need to go to the crack.
Oh, you're going there. My ass won't even go there. All right. I'll open the portal for you. It'll be easy. When you leave, you'll only have to travel a short distance. In the portal, the tree will be as close as it can be. Walk for about 5 minutes straight out, and you'll find yourself there. Well, are you ready?
Think so.
Does anybody want to take a minute and just check ourselves out before we go to the Feydark? That sounds terrible.
Could use a rest and maybe some potions.
Yeah, Mr. Worm, Would it be okay if we just slept here?
Just for a bit.
Why do you think you need to ask my permission just to sleep?
Well, isn't this your space?
No. This is my hole. He looks back at his hole. But this is not my space. I do not claim it.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. This concept of sleeping is so strange. I think my ass does it in your realm.
If we do,
My
chill,
does it in our realm too.
if we do rest here, will you still be here when we wake up?
Where would I go?
I don't know.
I mean, that's
It
up to
sounds
you. Where would you go?
I did not think it possible for mortals to confuse me quite so much.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Do your sleeping thing. You guys going to try to bed down here?
Yeah.
You guys kind of bed down for the dusk and do your best to rest. You're able to kind of periodically go to sleep, trance. You spend a good bit of time resting, and you get a bit of refreshment. After what feels like a day, you guys get the benefits of a short rest.
Simon, Parsnip, Darren, and Arcus giving you heroic inspiration through encouraging song.
Oh, my hero. Thank you.
Heck yes.
I needed that so bad.
I'm so far behind. What is heroic inspiration?
It's like kind of normal inspiration. You can use it to give yourself advantage on a roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like DM inspiration.
Okay.
But I think you have to do it before you roll it. I don't know.
give yourself advantage before you roll. Okay.
I think
Good to
so.
know.
I'll go ahead and look it up.
I got it. I
Oh,
just pasted
no.
it there.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's really nice, actually. Cool.
Yeah. So you just keep it until you use it.
That's nice.
That is nice. Thank you, Phalar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, are we ready to get going?
I guess so.
All right. You guys come to after being able to get a bit of a reprieve. The worm kind of looks at you all, a bit puzzled by your sleeping ritual. Well, are you ready now?
As will ever be.
Uh, this one is on me. And he just kind of looks down beneath him, and just a little ways out from the tree, you see this swirling purple vortex up here. Go on through. I take it
There
one
is
by one. You
going
guys walk
through.
through it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Simon.
pretty
Simon
much.
goes.
You guys, one by one, walk through this new portal. Similarly to the last time you pop through, you come into a place that seems similar, familiar, but different. Definitely darker. As you step through, the air feels a bit thicker. It's as if you are near a great fire, volcano. This ash seems to just be floating in the air a bit. The sky overhead, significantly darker. The colors are just a little more washed out. It just feels a bit uneasy here.
Yeah, what are these glowing bits over here?
You come over and it seems like it's similar to a tree, so maybe type of a fruit tree. But it's got this strange little bit of bioluminescent glow to it. Gotta look closely at it. You reach your hand out towards it. Make a dexterity save.
No.
That's enough. You see one of the bulbs kind of expand out just a little bit, and as it does, you quickly bring your hand back as it pops, and landing on the ground, you hear this little kind of sizzle go off.
Interesting. Be careful, guys. It looks like everything here might try and kill us.
I mean, how is that different from where we come from?
Yeah, typical day.
I've never been to the Underdark before. I don't think I want to.
Well, this is not the Underdark. This is the Feydark.
Right, but you
So
come
it's
from the
worse.
Underdark, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's the same thing, just a slight different flavor.
Well, are there any? Is there any advice that you both can give us? Since this is pretty much, you said, similar to the Underdark.
I mean, in the way that the material plane is similar to the Feywild, I mean, it's. If you're asking what to do and what not to do, I mean, if you don't know what it is, leave it alone.
That's fair.
Typically, things in the Underdark, the prettier they are, well, the more deadly. The uglier they are, also equally deadly.
Let's go find a crack to plug.
As mentioned, you guys don't have far to walk. You begin your journey in the Feydark, and in a short amount of time, it seems to come to an end. You walk forward, and you see this kind of barren area. Dark skies overhead. You almost feel like you're in a giant cavern as you're kind of moving forward. You look a little to your left, a little to the right, and you see these open fissures that just seems to go down for who knows how long. And as you pop your head over it, you can't help but feel this choking sensation as this ash seems to be in the air. And as you walk a little more, just a few minutes goes by, and you can see just off in the distance, pouring up out of the ground, this light, this illumination. It pierces the darkness and just clearly doesn't work with the rest that's here. Off in the distance, some lightning crashes and flashes. As it does in the darkness of this field, you see silhouettes, tall silhouettes. When the lightning subsides, you kind of lose focus on them for just the briefest of moments, but definitely there. 1 second. I'm going to try something I haven't tried before. I'm going to place the party. Hey, there we go. The light that you see, I will ping it on the map for you. Again, that thunder crashes off in the distance and light illuminates. Don't move forward yet. Hold up. With that, if you can make perception checks as these silhouettes in the darkness kind of flash in.
Any chance it's a hearing perception check?
This case, it's not. They're kind of motionless at the moment, so this is purely sight-based. Okay. Wow, good rolls by everybody. You all see in the darkness these silhouettes, these strange, huge humanoid silhouettes that are just off, a little to your left and up, a little to your right and up. And then eyes seem to glow in the darkness there in front of you. These huge giants seem to shift over and look at these unwelcome visitors here in their lands. They hunch forward just a little bit, and they're going to start charging in your direction. And with that, we'll roll initiative.
No.
Oh no.
All right, I'm going to do tandem footwork again, so I'll give you guys a number to add. I was going to do it anyway, but I was muted, so let me roll my initiative first.
Please roll an 8, Phalar, please.
Just for you, I did.
Oh, no way. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank God, because I rolled a 3.
Yeah, I saw that one, and I was like, "Oh, this is not going to be good."
Yeah.
I mean, uh, nice, Tango.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
The heck. All right, hold on. 16, a 1, and a 17. There we go. All right. You guys see grotesque and misshapen giants off in the distance. They have this glowing eye looking at you with as the lightning crashes in the back. You see these disgusting pockmarks all over their body. They look like they're about to burst, similar to that plant that Taryn was just looking at. You see Fomorians. Tango, as is often the case, you are the first to see this danger and ready to respond to it. What do you wish to do?
I might be first, and I think you said they have like glowing eyes, and we can kind of see their silhouettes or their forms, but I can't really see where they are based on my 60-foot vision.
I'll give you ideas as to the directions. But yeah, we have over here.
Can kind of just barely see outlines from the light from the crack.
Yep.
But I think Tango's in a strange place he's not familiar with. Which, I mean, happens often enough, but this place is weird and creepy, and he knows the best way to protect his friends is to stay close to them. And seeing Simon out front, ahead of everybody, not a place he likes to see Simon, so I'm just going to step up in front of Simon, and I am going to ready in action to... Does ready in action use my reaction?
Okay. You are ready to react.
I'm asking, sorry. Does having a readied action use your reaction to trigger it?
It does, yes. You
Okay.
would take your reaction to have your ready action go off.
And it's not the same with the dodge action.
I would say that you could normally I don't think they allow you to do like ready a bonus action. So if you have a way to do you could do a bonus action and then ready your action, but you can't take an action and then ready another action. You're only supposed to be able to ready an action, but I would be fine if you wanted to like ready to move as well. I feel like that's totally appropriate. But if you're taking the dodge, you could basically just ready to move yourself, but you couldn't do an attack as well as a dodge.
Right. What I'm trying to do is maybe take the dodge action so that any attacks on me would have disadvantage, but I'm kind of readying to have my reaction ready to protect Simon, who's 5 feet away from me, or anybody else who would be 30 feet away from me.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, no problem. You stand ready and are dodging currently.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it until anything comes closer.
All right. Parsnip, you're up.
Um, I guess I'll take a couple of shots at him.
All right, let's see it. $21 easily hits.
Second shot.
Yep. Also easily hits. Anything else for Parsnip?
I will move back a little bit.
As your arrows kind of pierce into them, you see some of their little bulbous pocks kind of explode on their body.
That can't be good.
Anything else for Parsnip?
That's it for me.
All right, Phalar.
Is my vision correct? I can only see out 60 feet at the moment.
And what should it be?
I have 120 dark vision, so I would assume somewhere around there. Aha! I can now see these beautiful, beautiful things. Okay. How like mean do they look? Like on a scale of like 1 to 10. What are we dealing with here?
About a 9.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to shoot a Moondance Lance at the one on the left. DC 17 intelligence save.
I believe he got a 1.
Okay, well let me put the the Moondance Lance stuff up real quick. So takes psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
And yeah,
You-
29 points.
So you were able to see this creature over there, and it was in the middle of literally tearing out and gouging some of its own flesh out. But you cast the spell, and it stops, grabs its head, and it's just like.
All right, I think I'm gonna. Let's see. Does anybody need? No, we're all good. Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit and my turn.
All right. That Fomorian is incapacitated this turn. He's just sitting there clutching his head. The other one, he is going to reposition himself a bit. Simon, what is the range of your dark vision? Is it 60 feet or is it also 120?
It's only 60 feet.
Okay. All right, little guy that moved up forward. They can see you, but you can't really see them. Yeah. You're going to see actually, Simon, if you would please, can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Excellent. You do not gain a level of exhaustion, and you only take 5 points of psychic damage as you feel something trying to just warp into your mind a bit.
So would it be 3 since I'm resistant?
I halved it and halved it again already. So
Okay, so 5 is what it is. Okay.
Yep. So you'll take just take this little bit of psychic damage, and you feel as if something's trying to mess with you internally, but you save it off. With that, though, right afterwards, you see a little torn off piece of flesh coming towards you. But I don't think a 16 hits.
I'm gonna have to cast shield.
You throw up your shield as this ball of Fomorian pock lands against your shield and splashes against it. You hear a sizzle against your shield. That is its turn, and Simon, it's your turn.
Gross. Did I see where it came from?
You know that it came from like east northeast.
So I'm just gonna step out this way a little bit. Okay, well now I can see him. That's 15 feet of movement. Bonus action, innate sorcery. So everything's at advantage now as far as attack rolls. And I am going to... What am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to Scorching Ray again. Let me switch this to advantage.
All three hits.
So, sweet. I'm going to keep it at fire damage. So, 11 plus 8, 19 damage total.
Right, 90 damage.
And then he's going to step back where he was behind Tango. And that's movement, action, and bonus action.
All right. Arcus, you're up.
Arcus can, for some reason, see way past 60 feet. So I don't know if that's...
Is your dark vision 120?
No. Not on the character sheet. I don't...
You might be seeing the light, the area around the gash.
Okay.
Because there's
Yeah.
there's a second radial effect. Sorry.
No, that's all good. No, I just wanted to make sure because I can see these guys clear as day and everyone else seems to not be able to.
That's interesting. Hold on, maybe I might know why.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tango, where's Valar? Mike with one? No. You should only be able to see what Arcus can see. We can play with that later.
Yep. I will cast Everds at the guy on the right over here.
Two. They rolled a 2.
Okay.
They rolled a 2 on the dice, which is hilarious. So they'll actually fail this one.
Perfect. So 14 damage, and he's restrained.
All right. These huge tentacles go up, and you can see them just kind of wrap and rack against this creature.
He can take an action to make a strength check on his next turn.
Okay.
But other than that, he's restrained until the spell ends.
Okay. That works. That works.
Oh, sorry. Still my turn, isn't it? Whoa, it's cool. Movement. About as far away as I want to go. That'll be turn.
All right. Darren, you're up.
Hey. Oh, man, it's so cool. All right. So he's going to take 30 feet forward. And he's going to see that this giant over here is being taken care of by Arcus and his magic. And the one on the left is getting taken care of Phalor's magic. So he's going to take the dash action to get closer to this one in the back. And that'll be it.
Okay.
Or actually, no, yeah, that'll be it. That'll be turn.
All right. The one that's in the back, it was leaning forward to start rushing, but as Darren seems to be coming towards it, he just takes its eye and stares at you. If you would please make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, nice. So you two feel this like racking pain inside, but you only take 8 points of psychic damage from it. With that, though, it does not have advantage. It's a weird song. Garen, you can see him kind of tear off a piece of his flesh, and he's holding in his hand one of these giant wart pockmarks on his body, and he throws it at you. As it comes over towards you, you easily can deflect it with your shield as it splashes into the ground and sizzles. These guys are rolling for Dookie. All right. Tango, you're up.
All right. Seeing as these guys don't seem to be charging forward, and are rolling for Dookie, as you say, Tango's going to follow behind Darren. Okay. It's 30 feet. I see guy over to my left there, so I'm going to use a bonus action for a side-powered leap and try and jump towards him. Give me a 60-foot fly speed for just this turn. Get right up in his face. And I will take a swing at this guy.
All right, go for it. 13 just misses. You graze him, though.
Okay. I'll take a second swing. Oh, goodness. Can I burn my heroic inspiration to reroll?
Yes.
Okay, that's better.
That would.
And I will use the Sap Mastery on this one. As well as my telekinetic thrust, as this was a psionic powered strike. So we'll try and knock him prone.
Okay, so okay, so we're doing the telekinetic strike, so they can still be knocked prone, and then the other thing, and then the other mastery that you're using is the sap, which gives them disadvantage on the next attack. Is that correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. Let me make sure they don't have disadvantage on this. They don't. Okay, incapacitated doesn't do enough. That is, don't get to take actions. Holy crap! I think that actually misses you. You go up. You go up and you fly right up to this giant. You knock him on his ass in such a way, and as you cut, your blade goes through one of his pockmarks that explodes. But because he's knocked on his ass, it just splatters against the ground and sizzles against it. You knock him prone.
Sweet. Kind of shocked and surprised I knocked such a big creature on his ass myself. Does it look like that was a fairly significant hit?
You could tell that these guys are beefy.
Okay. Then he's going to need some extra hits, so I'll go ahead and action surge for 2 more strikes.
Okay. Obviously with advantage.
Yes, with advantage, but I cannot use any more psionic strikes on this turn.
Yep, easily hits.
15.
And that also hits.
For 16.
With that, you do have it bloodied. However, as you're going through it, those follow-up attacks moving quickly, you're kind of slicing through those pockmarks of his, and they're just kind of exploding around you. If you could give me 2 dexterity saving throws, the DC is 16. Or
Okay.
take 9 damage. It's save or nothing, so.
Okay. Just double checking here how Indomitable works in case I fail. Reroll. So just increase my bonus on a new roll. Okay. Oh, I should not have advantage. I'm guessing a 9 fails. So
Yeah, one of those attacks is going to splatter against you. 9 points of damage.
I'll use my Indomitable to reroll that with a
Okay.
higher.
Yeah, it might not be able to fail at that point then. Okay.
Now the second one without the Indomitable. Oh, that'll fail.
So yeah, you're able to kind of move out of the way of the one kind of explodes on you, and you get caught in a bit. And he sizzles. It's just 9 points of damage.
Okay.
But this creature is down there on the ground, still incapacitated, prone from Tango's mighty blow. Anything else?
I think that's all my economy there.
All right. Parsnip, you're up.
The one next to Tango's prone, right?
Correct.
I guess I'll take a couple of shots at him anyway.
All right. I will say that the Fomorians are barn doors, essentially. So even if they're laying down, you don't get a disadvantage on a prone one.
Oh, okay, cool.
And that'll hit.
Second shot.
Yeah, easily.
That's it for me.
Okay. Valor, you're up.
Alrighty. First thing is I'm going to move so that I can see a little bit better. Okay. So how are these three guys looking? I know the one by Tango is not looking the greatest, right?
It is bloodied a good bit, laying on the ground, incapacitated for a few more seconds as it's still clutching its head, about to come out of it. And the one over on the right is fidgeting with tentacles that it looks like it should be very easy to snap out of, but it's failing.
Okay, let me check a distance real quick. Perfect. I'm going to do Moonstring's Murmurs on the one right in front of Tango. So the 20-foot sphere will be kind of not Tango is the goal there.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to do a second roll. So it's a Wisdom 17 saving throw.
You rolled very good and got an 8.
All right. He takes 17 damage. And I can't remember if that's it. Psychic damage must immediately use a reaction if available to move as far away from me as it can using the safest route.
Okay. It's still incapacitated, so it can't take a reaction.
No, I guess not. So, yeah, that would be it. Okay. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. The creature looks towards you with its one giant eye for a moment. It's about to run in fear, but it just grabs its head, shakes it for a second, slowly stands up, towering over Tango. Really, Skim, are you enjoying it, are you? It speaks a language that none of you seem to understand. And it just kind of grabs onto this stone club on its side and just brings it down like a meteor towards Tango. Ooh, I think a 27 will hit.
Disadvantage because it's sapped.
Okay, we'll do the second roll, and that'll count as his disadvantage. Gosh.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Well, hey, that's great that it was a disadvantage, so his next attack didn't, crit.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have crit immunity anyway.
That's fair. So the first one's going to hit. Does the disadvantage count for all of his attacks or just the first one?
Just the first, his next attack.
Okay. And then the second one is an 18.
18 meets it.
Okay. So the first one does 20 points of damage, and the second is 19 points of damage.
Okay. Ow.
Just right at one shoulder, then the next, and he's just like, as he seems to be talking to you somewhat. The next guy, who is trapped, I believe he is, he's going to go ahead and roll that strength or athletics check this round to pull himself out. There we go. He just like, and he will step out of it. And move over to here. Simon, you're up.
Simon is going to step forward again. Sees this guy, and he's going to pull out his gun. He's going to aim it and fire a nice Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll your attacks.
Yeah.
Both those hit.
Okay. Oof. 10 damage. And that is going to step over here. And hopefully this is like a bush that he can crouch behind and try to hide a little bit. And that's it.
Okay. You pull out your gun. And as you aim it, you shoot towards the creature. It kind of cocks its head and it seems to be repeating after you. Yar. Arcus, you're up. Arcus, that would be a pit that seems to be bottomless that you are stepping towards. Also, you're muted if you're saying anything.
I can sort of see this guy. I was trying to, that I don't want to go into. All right, I guess I drop concentration on the tentacles. And where do I want to do that? I'm going to cast Ice Storm on this guy over here.
Alrighty.
So a deck save or damage.
All right. He does not make his save. He's pelted by the cold.
And then I think that's about it. The difficult terrain in a 20-foot radius around him.
Okay.
And that is action, movement. Nobody to really shove around. Yep, that'll be turn.
All right. Darren, you're up.
All right. He's gonna move 30 feet closer to Tango in case Tango needs help or anything. And he's going to throw his shield at this guy over here at disadvantage. Hopefully
Okay.
it'll hit. Come on, come on. No! Oh.
What about heroic inspiration?
No, I'd rather save it for later.
Okay.
So yeah, he's gonna toss it. I think it'll go way too wide, or maybe the guy catches it or something. So he's gonna use a bonus action to have it like bounce back to him. He's gonna try it one more time.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, it connects.
Right. It's gonna take 17 radiant, and I need him to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 19, or become prone.
The heck? I'm clicking it. Clicking it. One more try. Wow.
Yeah.
Again, the guys are
There we
rolling for
go.
poops.
Yeah.
Coin hits him and he falls down.
Give him a big ol' headache. All right, that'll be turn.
Right. Okay. All right. He falls down. He gets knocked down, but he gets up again. Shakes his head. Takes a couple steps in your direction. And then just hurls a pair of pox at you as he tears off his body and throws him in your direction. Hits once. It's
Unfortunate.
you're still immune to criticals also, right?
Right, yeah.
All right. You get splashed by 25 points of acid
Ooh.
damage. Much better than the 60 it would have been.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Tango, back over to you.
Ow.
Okay. We're still going. All right. I'm just going to return this favor on this guy with two swings into throw on a psionic strike.
Easily hits.
With another telekinetic thrust, so strength save DC 16 or be knocked prone.
You do your telekinetic thrust, and the creature's getting ready to swing his club at you again. He's like, "Oh, you're dying, darn it all!" and you just strike forward, and that telekinetic hits into him, and with all those pocks all over his body, it's like every one of them pops and explodes at the same time, and just flies out the back of him, and you more or less make his upper
Ew.
torso just explode backwards as you finish him off with that first hit.
Gross.
Okay. Gross, indeed. And a
You're
chumbawamba
like-
to you too.
You're like one of those pimple popper videos.
Blech. That's disgusting. Oh, I can't quite get there.
I caught the Chumbawamba reference, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, I'll start running towards this guy. Oh, just out of range, of course.
Y'all have just destroyed these guys' movements this entire combat. Or he would have been right next to you.
Fair enough.
I blame you guys for them not having the mobility to make them easy to hit.
Yeah, we really didn't let them move, did we?
So I can't use my second attack because he's just out of range there. I can't use my bonus action to heal him because he's just out of range. So I'll use my bonus action to second wind, heal myself up a bit here. And probably end my turn. Nice, Max.
Nice.
Heal again.
All right, Parsnip, you're up.
I will move. Then I'll shoot at that dude twice.
Okay, go for it. The one in the ice storm, right?
Yes.
That'll hit. It's 12 plus 10, so 22.
Second shot.
And it's bloodied. Also hits. Little pimples are all over him.
That's it for me.
All right, Phalar, you are up.
All right.
Morgans and Simon's on deck.
Which one is hurt more? The one in the ice storm, I assume?
The one in the ice storm is bloodied. The other one at the top has been hit once, which caused him to not fall down.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that one with Moonstring's Murmurs at 3rd level. Wisdom 17. At the greatest damage.
Saves are their strong suit.
Yarr. Okay. Let's.
Does it have any riders with it?
I think it's half damage if
They failed, so I just wasn't sure if they.
Oh, failed. Okay, I thought you said.
riders.
I thought you said passed. I'm sorry.
Oh no. They got a 5.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they've got to take their reaction and run away from me.
Okay. I don't know. Dang dong. Okay. Can't do their full movement because they were they were in the difficult terrain, but okay, they moved farther away.
Yeah, maybe I didn't think this one through. That's from Phalar.
All right. This one is on the ground, exploded. The next one who turns, runs away, turns back, looks kind of angrily at Phalar. Simon, you'll be up in just a moment. Runs around, and yeah, hold on. Let's get that back. You see it doing that same thing where it's tearing pieces of it off and starts hurling them at Phalar. I believe the 22 hits. How about the 18?
18 hits. It's my AC.
You take total of 46 points of acid damage. It's just.
I have resistance. I have a ring of acid resistance.
Oh, wow. Okay, awesome. So 11 and 12 for 23 points of acid damage as it kind of sizzles a little bit against you. And that ends its turn. Simon, you're up.
Yeah, so I have a question. Can I use my Warlock spell slot to cast one of my, any first level spell that I have, or does it have to be the...
Anyone.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna... Hold on. Sorry, give me a second. I was looking at this one. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Spellfire Flare through my gun because it's just makes sense. So essentially, there's the details.
With advantage, you hit.
Yep. So for 22, it's going to do. Well, I click damage. Oh, okay. Well, it should be the 4 radiant damage because that's the first one that came through.
Okay.
That was level spell. That's fine. And then Simon's going to move over here, and that is turn.
All right, Arcus, you're up.
Seems to be doing okay. Get a little closer to Simon. And then I think I'll just firebolt the guy that just came out of the ice storm.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry, cancel that. I will. Oh, never mind. That's good. Yeah. Does a 15 hit.
It does. A fire singes off some of it.
And then he's close enough. Oops. Yeah, that'll be turn. Movement, action. Nobody to shove.
All right, back over to Darren.
Right. How you said this guy looks like he's really hurt, right? Like bloodied.
Yeah. The guy to your right is bloodied. The guy to the north is just injured a little bit. You hit him once and knocked him down.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I can't reach this guy. So he's going to use a bonus action to summon shield back. He's going to take his movement. And he's going to make the shield glow. He's going to go ahead and cast... True Strike. And throw it at this guy.
All right, go for it. 26 hits
Yeah.
easily.
Oh, ignore the 3 at the bottom. It should be 18 plus 6. And I need him to make a Constitution saving throw. See if he gets knocked prone. Oh,
They finally rolled above 10.
fine.
Damn it.
Oh, well, yeah. That'll be turn.
All right. This guy here was running towards Darren, but Tango kind of got in his way, so he'll be running, turn, and take a step back towards Tango. Similarly, he pulls up his club and tries to bash on each one of your shoulders. I believe the 18 was hitting.
Correct.
Just crash down again. It's a club bigger than your Tango's body. You hit for 22 points of damage, but that's okay. You've been hit harder. And then with that, it's Tango's turn.
This is true. Just gonna swing back at him, try and finish this fight off. Let's go. Caveman needs to get to bed. He's tired.
Oh yeah, we are a little late tonight.
We haven't noticed that.
The 15 hits.
Right. Nice. I forgot to put my psionic strike on there, but that's fine. I'll save it for my second hit.
Fortunately, their AC is just a little bit higher. It's 14.
That's fine. There's another bonus action for another second wind.
You graze him, though.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it explodes against you when you hit him.
But a natural 20 should save.
Absolutely.
That's still half damage, though, right?
No, it's
Save or save?
full. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, and then I'll second wind, heal up for 13, and EOT.
All right, Parsnip, you're up.
Um,
$17 hits. 2 arrows fly into it. More pimples pop.
To move to there, and I'm done.
All right. Baylor, back to you. Simon, you'll be up in a second.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch through the Blood Violin on the one in front of me here.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to guess a 27 hits.
It does, in fact, hit, yes. You reach out and this kind of reddish energy passes through you into it. It channels through all of its little pockmarks before it comes back into you. You receive 12 points of healing, and then all of them just go as they start exploding all over it before it just turns into a sponge and collapses in a bloody mess on the ground.
I mean, I had more of a plan, but I'm done with my turn now.
All right. Simon, over to you.
Well, seeing how we only have one left, yeah, he's gonna Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Why did that not roll? Let's try that again. There we go. Still not doing it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Roll20 is not responding to my clicks.
Yeah, I've
this
noticed it's
page.
been lagging for me too.
Yeah, I just got an alert saying the page crashed. Give me 1 second.
Oh no.
Let's try this again. Well, it loaded, but there we go. Can I win? There we go. All right. Let's try casting this again.
All three.
What?
Don't roll
I
the
love
damage
it.
on the. Don't roll the damage on the first one.
Okay.
Roll it for the next two.
12 and 7. And then a double crit, which I know is just a crit, but still, that's impressive.
One of those just goes straight through it. It catches just the right spot. It explodes in its front, explodes in its back, and for the double 20s, we'll make that a full double damage of 24.
Heck yeah.
With that, it's bloodied. I am a ding-a-ding-dong.
All right. Right back at you, buddy. I don't know what you said to me. I'm going to come over here and crouch behind this shrub.
All right. Arcus, you're up.
Real simple. I'll just shoot a ray of enfeeblement at the last one remaining. Oh wow!
Fails.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was happy with just disadvantage.
All right. Anything else for Arcus?
No, that worked way better than I thought.
Yeah. These guys can't make a save for their lives. Quite literally.
Proud of you, buddy.
All right, Darren, you're up.
That was awesome. Right, he's gonna run over here and pick up the shield and run to help out his friend Tango. Yeah, let's hit this guy. This big guy. Boom!
Hit.
17. And I'm gonna go for second attack.
It hits.
Oh, almost max damage.
Significantly wounded. You come down and you hit it with the shield twice. And with that, if you could please, as you're hitting him with your shield, he's exploding all over you. If you could make two dexterity saving throws, please. You avoid the first one, but the second one lands on you, seeps into your armor just a bit, and you'll take 10 points of acid damage from the second one.
Okay, that'll be turn.
With that, it turns to you now and brings its club down on you twice, or at least attempts to, with disadvantage.
Yeah!
Wow.
Oh.
All right, 26 with disadvantage. Is that it?
I'm gonna have to use shield on that one. I don't want to get hit by this big guy.
All right, you throw up your shield for the second one. You cast your spell, and it looks a little confused as this club finds the shield. And it's like, dang it, down. That ends his turn. All right, Tango, you're getting tired, but you got it. The end's in sight.
All right, let's go. Let's finish this.
$14 is their AC.
Okay.
Big hit.
If he's still up.
Still up.
Okay.
Ever so slightly.
That was my last use of my psionic strike. So I'll do a telekinetic thrust to try and knock him prone. And he does have the disadvantage on strike saves thanks to the Rave Enfeeblement.
12!
Prone he goes. Let's throw on
You once again.
for the final hit. There you go.
With that, yeah, he can't survive the hit. So how do you want to finish him off, Tango?
I'm just tired. So the first hit is like a big, wide swing that I can barely hold my sword up, but it's enough to knock him prone because he's enfeebled at the moment. And as he hits the ground, I just lift my sword up above his head and just kind of drop it, falling onto my own hilt and plunging it into him. These things are disgusting.
And with that drop of your sword, a last little smirch goes out as he just sort of pops in a couple of spots and goes limp on the ground.
Ugh.
Well done, guys. I expected them to be a little bit different with that combat. Yeah, the dice certainly told a story with that one. First up, you walk up to the crack, but we'll go ahead and we'll save what happens next for the next time, next week. I think we'll close it out there.